Hello, everyone. I'm Jason Perez.
And I'm Wesley Long.
And we're bringing you a fresh new take on disaster preparedness.
Welcome to DisasterClass.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of DisasterClass. And I know I say I'm always excited for the episode.
Yeah.
But I'm especially excited for this one. Why, Wesley?
This is a good one.
Because it is season 2.
Season 2 debut.
Season 2 debut.
Welcome.
So
thank you for being here.
You guys have stuck with us so far for our whole first season, and I can't believe it's been, an
arduous journey.
It's a year, Wesley.
A full year.
A full year that we've been podcasting.
Ooh, we're podcasters.
So we're officially podcasters now because we
podcast.
We podcast.
I'm a podcaster. I podcast.
Yeah, we're podcasters now.
Yeah.
So welcome to season 2.
Yep.
So we've got some cool things in the works for season 2.
Yep.
And let's just go out and announce kind of our big news, and that is January 30th, I think is the date.
Yes.
We are offering to you our podcast, DisasterClass podcast groupie. I don't know, what do you call it?
Disaster Classers?
Disaster Classers. I think we're offering to you
Our people,
aka Disaster Classers. We're going to be, you've heard us talk about CEP, Community Emergency Planning, quite a bit.
We talk about it often.
That is the course that we developed with Instinct Ready. We've been teaching it. It's been in various forms.
Being taught for
6+ years, something like that. And so we are going to put on a special class, and we're inviting all of you, our viewers, our listeners, our disaster classers, on just January 30th.
Yeah.
We're going to post some information on how you can sign up for that class. It's going to be taught by
yours truly,
favorite podcast host.
That's it.
Yours truly. So that's going to be a special CEP, Community Emergency Planning class taught by Wesley and I.
Yeah.
That we're making available to all of our viewers. So
yeah, it should be fun.
We'll post the details.
Should be fun.
It's going to be fun. So sign up. We're going to make the tickets available now.
Yeah.
For you to be able to join into that, and you get to. It's a live virtual interactive class.
Correct. Yep. It's going to be over Zoom. Yep.
So it's going to be on Zoom. So you'll be able to actually talk with Wesley and I. You're going to be able to participate. Ask questions. There'll be a Q&A session with us at the end.
Yep.
So it's a really good,
it's a fun evening.
Hopefully you like what we've been talking about, and now this is
and now you get a chance to see it, right? Because we've talked about it a lot, and it's a 3-hour class, and look, it's us. We try not to make it boring, and we've been getting a lot of feedback that people enjoy it. So we're very, very proud of what we've developed with this curriculum and how we give it, and the response that we've been getting from it. So it's gonna be a fun evening. We're looking forward to spending some time with you guys.
And a lot of the stuff that we talk about on Disaster Class is based off of the course and the curriculum that we've developed. So it's a really great, if you really like the content of the podcast, I mean, you're gonna love the class because it dives
get more in depth.
Really in depth on these various topics. So so make sure you join us.
And
for
we
that.
get to have some fun with it. We really do.
Yeah, we do.
We have a good time with it when we think. No matter what skill level you have, experience level you have, if you're an emergency manager yourself, if you're not, pretty much everyone who's come to the course has learned something. Yeah. So we think that there's some value there. So we're excited. We're looking forward to sharing that with you guys.
Absolutely. And so, and if you are a professional, if you are listening and you work in emergency management or in emergency services, or you're involved in something, we offer this class to organizations, and we partner with various organizations to be able to deliver this class to a larger audience. So, it's a great opportunity. Come check it out and see what it's all about. And it'll be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun with it.
But anyway, Wesley, so recently, we were in Orlando a few weeks ago, part of the Readiness Lab.
Yeah, I think
training.
we're gonna have a video about DIPOP coming out soon.
Yeah,
that's in the works now, because we've heard you guys have heard us talk about that as well.
The Dynamic Populations course.
It's Attack at the Stadium. It's really geared for emergency management individuals that are emergency managers, those that work in facilitating agencies and things like that. So we were down there putting that course on for about 30, 35 people. over the course of 3 days. Very, very intense. It's not like CEP.
No.
It is very, very intense, especially that last day. But we're going to be releasing a video on the channel pretty soon about that, too, to give you guys an idea what it looks like, get a little bit of feedback from the students to see the value, because, again, we love the feedback. But, yeah, so we were down in Orlando for that.
And while we were there, I mean, we can't, we got to have fun, too.
Of course.
So it was pretty cool. So we, after we finished the training, we had a day to kind of kill. And so Wesley and I went to the, it wasn't the Orlando Auto Show. It was like the Central Florida International Auto Show or something like that. But it was in Orlando, or at the Orange County Convention Center.
Huge
and
convention
it was a big show.
Yep.
Not quite as big as the New York Auto Show, which I think we might go to. But we actually filmed a YouTube video that we're going to throw up on the channel.
Yeah.
We filmed a video where we go around, we look at some of the cars, and we were specifically looking for best family-friendly bug-out vehicle, because we got a lot of good feedback.
Yeah, when we did the road trip.
When we did the road trip episode to Atlanta, which was also for dynamic. We tend to, maybe that's just our theme. Every time we go to a dynamic populations course, we start talking about bug-out vehicles. I don't know what that's all about. But anyways, we got a lot of good feedback from when we did our bug-out vehicle episode. And so this is a really cool video. We go around, we check out some of the new vehicles that are out, and we give our feedback on them. So we'll post a link on where you can go and find that video on the channel. But it's a great, we had fun.
We did have fun.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. We learned some things. For us, it was kind of like a dress rehearsal, because we are planning on going to Jacob Javits, going to the New York Auto Show. And we feel that's going to be a whole lot more intense. And when we go there, we're hoping to get more feedback, like from the car manufacturers themselves, having a spokesperson tell us about the vehicle, tell us about the capabilities. So there's a lot of value there, we think, because, again, we got the feedback from you guys that was something you're interested in. And we have a couple of episodes upcoming kind of based around vehicles, because we love cars. So it's an opportunity for us to do just something that we love and incorporate it with something that we love, right? So, and then bring that content to you guys, because we got really good feedback on it. So if you like that type of content, please tell us. If you have questions, comments, or concerns about vehicles, vehicle usage, miles per gallon, whatever it is, ask us some of those things, because we can either just come up with some answers for you now, or we can ask some of those questions when we go to Jacob Javits.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
And we're planning on doing some test drives too. So
we got some test drives.
We're going to see if we can actually go and put it through the paces and see what it can take and all that.
Yeah, there's a Subaru that we're eyeing that is just,
you're a
Subaru
Well, do you want to get into, I mean, we saw a few vehicles at the show. What stood out to you?
So for me, and I say it in the review, in the video, I like Jeep. I'm a Jeep guy.
You're a big Jeep guy.
Like, I've owned a couple Jeeps. I've owned Grand Cherokees. I've owned Wranglers. I'm a Jeep guy. So for me, I just love the Wrangler 4-door Rubicon. Like, to me, that's the pinnacle. Not necessarily the pinnacle for capability. I think the pinnacle for capability is probably going to be something in the Range Rover line. The things that they have, their angle of descent and ascent, the grades that they're able to traverse. I mean, the Rubicon, technologically, I mean, let's be real, it is geared so you could literally go rock climbing.
Yeah.
Like, the gears, like, that is sick. And the average person, doesn't even know what that is or realize the value of it. As far as capability, that's unbelievable. So for me, it's the Wrangler Rubicon would be my ideal vehicle.
Now, would you go with the Unlimited, like with the 4-door?
I would go with the 4-door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I would do, especially because I have extra space for storage and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
absolutely.
people with you too. Absolutely.
Yep.
One of the ones I liked, I didn't get to actually sit in one.
Which one?
But I'm a Subaru guy, and you're a Jeep guy. I'm a Subaru guy.
Yes, you are.
I love my Subarus. I own 2 of them. And so I got to check out the new Wilderness Edition, which I'm really loving.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is. I mean, it's kind of like, so Jeep has trail rated. Subaru has just launched the Wilderness Edition, which is like their off-road trail rated kind of,
and it's beautiful
version. It's
the
really
capability.
Nice. Yeah, it's got a little more lift. It's got all the nice little features that kind of gives a little more ruggedness, a little more off-road capability. So I got to sit in the Outback Wilderness Edition.
But you're not a fan of the Outback.
I'm not a huge fan of the Outback. I prefer so they only have it available in the Outback and Forester. I would definitely go with the Forester option, I think. But it was nice. It was
beautiful.
Beautiful vehicle, comfortable.
Capable.
It's got those capabilities. And again, we were discussing family friendly, right?
Family friendly.
Yeah, I mean, you could go and have like a tank, right? And that's
right. Or a Resvani, right? You could do that. Yep.
But how that's going to be? It's not feasible for for the everyday person. Yeah. So we're talking about everyday driver functionality that can also be useful in a disaster situation.
Right, something realistic that you could just use every day.
Correct.
Taking the kids to and from, going to the grocery store, be a daily driver potentially, right?
Correct.
And then also have that capability that you need when a disaster strikes. Right?
Absolutely.
So that to us is the perfect mix of a bug out vehicle. To have one specialized vehicle that you never touch until it's time of emergency. I think that's a great idea, but I don't think that's realistic for most people, that you just have a vehicle that you own and have prepped that you don't have to get daily utility out of. So if we had that situation, that would be wonderful. That'd be a different conversation. I might not be thinking about, the Wrangler Unlimited Rubicon. I might be thinking about something else. But to be realistic, something that you could use and incorporate into everyday life, for me, that's where it's at.
Yeah. So I was just looking. I was pulling up the websites here. I was just curious, like some of the specs. Yeah. I mean, as far as like if we put these two cars head to head, like I think the Jeep is gonna.
You want to do that?
I'm not saying I want to do that.
Is that what we want to do?
But maybe we should do that. Should we have like a vehicle head to head?
We could. We can get the stats up and do some things. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be kind of be interesting. I think the Jeep is probably gonna have a lot more the off-road capabilities. But I think like where the Subarus are gonna come in is probably like gas mileage and things like that.
Probably.
But so I mean, you got to,
and probably it's a little more family friendly.
Probably a little more family friendly, yeah. Right. So I mean, these are all just the factors you got to weigh out when you're choosing, because there's not going to be one vehicle that's perfect for everyone,
right? In every location,
just like
location, family size,
correct.
Where your family, like there's so many individualized factors that have to be taken into consideration.
Just like a go bag, it has to be unique to your needs. Same with a vehicle. So it's what my vehicle of choice is going to be different.
And just what you want and like.
Yeah.
Like that also matters because it's going to be your vehicle. So, I'm not a Subaru guy, but you are.
I am.
And they're nice. Like they're really nice. I've been in yours. I've been in the one down there. It was really cool. We have a potential setup to test drive a Forester Wilderness Edition. Hopefully that'll be coming up in some future episodes. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. So we're going to pause real quick for this week's sponsors.
When you need an emergency plan, you need Doberman Emergency Management. Whether you are buying a home and want to know about your local hazards, or you are a professional needing additional support, Doberman Emergency Management can help. Visit DobermanEMG.com today to learn more.
Instinct Ready is here to help educate, prepare, and equip you for disasters. Everything from disaster preparedness education to quality survival products. Use promo code DisasterClass at InstinctReady.com today for 10% off site-wide, because preparedness starts at home. All right, let's head back to the show.
So one of the other cool vehicles that we saw in the car show down in Orlando was the F-150 Lightning.
Oh, yeah.
We should talk a little bit about that.
Sure.
Because there are some pros and some cons.
You and Zach talked about it recently in EM Weekly.
We did. We talked about it on that episode. Conceptually, there's some really cool things about it, right? Again, it's an electric vehicle. So I'm not, a proponent of that, like, oh, go green.
Which we know.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not saying you go green, but it is the component that makes the F-150 Lightning extremely cool is the fact that you can use it as a generator for your house.
Yeah.
If it's fully charged, you can plug it into your house, backfeed your house, and have power in your house from your vehicle. That's just cool.
Absolutely.
That's some amazing functionality that they put into it, some forethought, some planning. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
Love that. But Pete Gaynor was pretty condemnatory on Ford recently, though, because I think, if I understand correctly from what he said, Ford removed AM radio. Which just like, I'm still baffled. I'm like, do we think it was a cost savings approach? Does it cost a whole lot more for the radio to have AM capability? And they were like, oh, we're going to save pennies on the dollar for that? Because from an emergency preparedness standpoint, a lot of times your AM is going to carry a lot of your warnings and your alerts and things like that. So to remove that from the vehicle is kind of like, you're building a vehicle that's designed to be used in an emergency, but then you're removing AM. Yeah. Like, well, that's just interesting. Like, and if they removed AM and replaced it with weather band, I'd be like, whoa, now you're super progressive. Right?
Yeah, that would be...
Like, if you put weather band in a vehicle, that would be amazing, where I can get the NOAA alerts. But yeah, so that's an interesting choice by Ford.
Yeah, so I'm just doing a little Google search right now because I'm just curious about it.
Yeah. I just, when Pete Gaynor gets vocal about something, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and apparently they're dropping AM radio on the, and it seems like it might only be on the F-150 Lightning. And I'm wondering, but this article here is talking about how a lot of electric vehicles don't offer the feature. So I wonder if
they don't offer AM
radio. So I don't know. I'm curious. Like, is that something that's specific
with the electric vehicles interferes with AM?
I don't know. We'll do some research on
That's interesting.
And if you know the answer,
if you know, please comment.
Like,
tell us why that's a thing. But
I
don't love that, especially from an emergency preparedness standpoint.
Correct. Like, especially like you're driving up the highways and stuff. Yeah. You'll see, like, if they're for traffic information, tune in to
it's always AM.
The AM radio, right? So why? I don't know. But I'm sure there is a reason. Whether it's a good reason or not, I don't know. But anyways, so go check out our full video
check it out.
The Orlando Auto Show.
There's a couple Toyotas on there as well.
Yeah,
some TRDs.
We went
I
over
think it was the
vehicles.
Tacoma TRD that looked real, or no, the Sequoia.
You did the
it was the Sequoia TRD that was
that was really nice.
That was lovely.
That was a beautiful vehicle.
That was huge, right?
Yeah,
and again,
big.
Not for me. I'm not a 3-row kind of guy, except for the Durango, because now I just found out.
The Durango is nice.
The Durango is really cool. I just found out the Durango, you can get a package where you can call it lightweight, and it removes the third row. So it increases your internal storage and only seats 5. I was like, thank you, Durango. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, if you don't need it.
Right. Why? And especially if you're going to use it in like this for a bug out vehicle.
Storage.
If I can have more storage space in the trunk and only carry 5 passengers, that increases the utility of the vehicle for me. Yeah. And you can get the 392, so that's going to be your 6.4 liter Hemi. That's going to be super fun.
Yeah.
That'll work, right? That'll work for me. So pretty stoked about that. I literally just found out about the lightweight option for the Durango like this week.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I like that a lot. Because the 6.4.
You like it a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Well, anyways, guys, go check out our video about the Orlando Auto Show. Yep. Tell us your thoughts. Leave some comments. What vehicles do you want us as we start making the plans? I think it's in the spring. I think April is a New York International Auto Show. So if you have some specific, and that's a big show. I've been to that show many times. So if there's some specific videos you want us to check out and do some reviews on, let us know. We'll go and try and make that happen. Yep. So go do that. Go watch that YouTube video. Please also, January 30th, our community emergency planning class hosted by Wesley and myself. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We'll literally see you in class.
Yes, we'll get to interact. We'll get to talk. Really? It's going to be awesome. So go sign up today. Space is limited, so make sure you get your tickets now. And I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Happy season 2. There's going to be a whole other year of us to come.
Isn't that wonderful?
It's going to be fun, Wesley.
Because I love us. See?
Yes. Inside joke.
I caught you off guard with
Yes, you did. I thought you were going to say the full version of that.
No, they don't need that. That's just for you, Jason.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Disaster Class. As always, there's homework.
Yeah. So subscribe, set up for alerts if you can so that you're notified when we have new episodes. And then also to give us your comments and a 5-star review we would love to hear from you what we could do better, what you liked, any comments or observations you have. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, and as always, if you have a question, a preparedness tip, a disaster story to share, or anything else you want to share, just send us an email at disasterclass@instinctready.com or drop us a message on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, and doing so will put you in the running to be featured on the show and win some cool prizes. So, as always, thanks for listening. Stay educated.
Stay prepared.
Stay equipped. Class dismissed.
Class dismissed.
DisasterClass is part of the Readiness Lab, the home for podcasts, webinars, and training in the field of emergency and disaster services.